Good morning and happy Sunday to everybody. We're here for the Schwartz Division Finals of 5PL Season 4. I'm Maria, as I'm sure most people know, and I'm joined with Henry and Coralie. How are you guys doing this morning?
Alive.
You're alive? That's good.
I am good.
Anything you guys are
Been a
excited
long
for today? I mean, it's just,
week, but I'm looking forward to today.
that's what we like to hear.
Is it three games? Are they
3
gonna break any?
games?
Is somebody gonna break any records today?
I don't know. We'll have to see once people start throwing some balls if we're going to
Yeah.
have some guesstimates for what our scores are going to look like today. So just as a reminder for folks in terms of today's format, we have the Dakota Dynamite taking on the Next Gen in a 3-game match. So that's total points across those 3 matches. Obviously, if it's mathematically impossible for one team to catch up to the other after 2 matches, then we won't play the third, but likely we'll be playing 3 matches today. And then if there is by chance a tie in points, then we go to total pinfall. If there's by chance a tie in total pinfall, we would go to another game. But that would be quite crazy if that were to happen. And then just a reminder again for sort of what the playoff picture has looked like so far and how we've got to where we are today. Just on the short side, we had Next Gen taking on the winner of the Maniacs and Lumberjacks match. So that was Lumberjacks getting into the division finals here. And then a very exciting match between the Dynamite and the Avalanche, both teams out of Winnipeg, with the Dynamite coming out on top and taking on each other here. So with that, before I guess, sorry, Henry, yeah?
And the winner takes on the Venom in the other bracket.
Yes, that is correct.
Perfect.
I was just focused on Schwartz Division.
It's okay.
I call this
Yeah.
the dark side because I normally don't do anything with Schwartz Division, but you're right. I should, mention that the
Hey.
winner of this match will take on the Venom
Yep.
in the 5PL finals. So with that, if folks don't have any other questions or comments, concerns, we'll bring in our coaches/managers and have a little chat before we get started. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Tyler. How are you guys doing?
Well, I couldn't hear him.
I'm on mute.
Oh, there we
You're
go.
on mute.
It's a great day to have a great day, Maria.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Bright and early, maybe not as bright and early for you guys in Winnipeg, but still, Sundays not too bad to be bowling on a Sunday. That's for sure.
No.
Go ahead,
So-
Susan. Just me, great. This will be fun. Oh, Tyler too. There we go.
There we go. Tyler, how are you guys feeling in Edmonton there?
We're feeling all right. It is quite early. We don't even have staff in the bowling alley, so it's just us. Nice little intimate team in 48 lanes of emptiness.
You
But
guys
no,
are
we're
playing
feeling,
at one end.
no, we're feeling good. Obviously, there's been a little bit of a break since most of us have bowled, just between like the season ending and all of that. We were hoping for a long day, like 2 matches, but we just got 1 today. So we'll try and power through that match and then hopefully make it through to the finals.
Yeah, for sure. And any sort of specific game plan that you guys have discussed or talked about heading into today's match?
Not really. We're just kind of hoping to do the same thing that we've done all season long, right? We've been really confident. We've put pressure on through the whole game. So just trying to play all 10 frames and play as a team.
Great. And then Aaron, any sort of game plan of attack for you guys on the Dynamite side?
Yeah, we're just gonna play our game. We obviously know 2 really high scoring centers, 2 really, really, really good teams. And we're going to get the short end of the kickback stick. So we're really just going to try and play our game and hope they punch more than we do, because otherwise it's a pretty evenly matched final.
Yeah, for sure. And then what is your lineup looking like for today? Or for the
So we
first
also
match,
have
I
a
guess?
Tyler. We have a Tyler Vandale, and he'll be leading off. I'm going to be starting in second. Jana Van Wellingham will be in third. Chad Vandale will be in fourth. Scott Barber in anchor. We have Randy Morissette on the bench. Taylor Don Holland on the bench, and we have the legend Rob Shannis ineligible.
And then Tyler, what about you guys?
Yeah, so Tyler is also going to start on this side. And then Jenna, Jeremy, Adam, and Brad. And then we have Haley and Cody on the bench.
Great. Awesome. Well, best of luck to both of you guys on your teams. And we'll chat with you guys again after the first match.
Play well next gen.
You too. Have
Good
a
luck,
good match.
guys.
Awesome. So with that, I'm just going to run through our rosters really quickly here.
Well,
Why is it the
I was
Avalanche?
going to
That
say,
is
I
the
don't think
wrong
the Avalanche are
team.
playing, but it's okay. It's Sunday morning.
That's okay. Well, that was not me who uploaded the graphics. That was Carrie. So I'm not taking responsibility for that.
Oh, Carrie.
So I'll get that fixed for the next match. I'm just going to run through next gen for this one. So for next gen, we have Bradley Titgat, Jenna Lamoureux, Tyler Titgat, Cody Steer, Haley Cole, Jeremy Harasimchuk, Adam Weber, managed by Desiree Titgat, and they're bowling out of Bonnie Doon. Unfortunately, I cannot go through the Dakota lineup as I do not have the graphic, but I will do it for the next match. That's really funny. I will.
That is kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm not the one who uploads the graphics.
Well, then, we should let Carrie know that we were dissatisfied with his graphic
With
uploading.
his services. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to do.
Perfect.
No, joking.
These two should be some pretty high-scoring games. I know the Dynamite likes to run some strikes together too, and we obviously know Next Gen generally likes to run some strikes. So it should be hopefully some high-scoring games.
Yeah, no, I think we're going to be looking to see lots of excitement today. I mean, Aaron commented on, maybe they might get fewer kickbacks at Dakota, but still, I think both of these teams know how to throw those big games. They're both high-scoring houses. I'd be surprised if we don't see some big matches here.
Yeah, I would be too. Although, like Tyler was saying, a lot of them, bowling season's kind of been done for most of us. I haven't thrown a bowling ball in a month and a half, 2 months. So I know some of them have Masters coming up next week. Tyler on the team, so he might have been throwing some bowling balls. So it might take a little bit for them to shake the rust off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's interesting. I mean, I'm trying to think, when was their last match? Like it was before the Opens. I think it even might have been before Heritage. So I mean, that's a month and a half ago, at least, right? Like, I mean, obviously, even if you're still bowling, oh my gosh, someone sent me the roster. Thank you. Thank you, Dwayne, for sending me the roster. I'm going to read through it right now. For Dakota Dynamite, we have TD Holland, Chad Van Dale, Tyler Van Dale, Aaron Alblast, Janet Van Molliam, Randy Morissette, Scott Barber, and Rob Shannis, managed by Andrea Alaka. I'm going to get the graphic fixed for the second match here.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Shout out to Dwayne Gilardi.
With these guys starting to get some blood flowing. I know I might have to stand up here after a couple of frames and stretch.
I mean, is that an age thing though? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it might be a little bit. I was up, I have adult children in the house that wanted some friends over last night, so we played cornhole in the backyard till 1 o'clock in the morning. So
that's fun. Or maybe not.
Cornhole's very similar to bowling. Same type of community, same it's a very similar sport. Most people think it's just beanbag toss, but it's anybody you talk to that's a non-bowler goes, "You 5-pin bowl?" And they don't realize the difference between the lanes, the bowling balls, the pinfall, like everything is, there's quite a bit more to it than just grabbing a bowling ball and chucking it down the lane.
Hi, Corley.
Back.
Sorry, I got you in jail.
Yeah, I know he did for a while.
Sorry, I saw you message me and then I was like, oh wait, I have to add you back.
It's all good.
Yeah, people always
worries.
ask me, they're like, what do you think you bowl? I had someone ask me recently, they're like, is the scoring different than 10-pin? I was like, yes.
Yeah.
It's like there's 5 pins. Like, how would the scoring be the same?
Yeah.
It's 150 pins difference if you really want to get technical.
Yeah.
It's just kind of funny.
But yeah, if you don't bowl 5-pin or if you don't play cornhole in a league, it's very similar. Like they have lots of similarities. The community's really good in the cornhole league. I have a cornhole league today at 1:30. So if these guys decide to run a little late, I might be jetting out.
So wait, do you play competitive cornhole? That's really
Yeah. Yeah,
hilarious.
I played in a league. That's why I say
Oh,
most
wow.
people think it's hilarious because it's like 5-pin bowling. They're like, you bowl 5-pin in a league? That's weird.
I feel like cornhole is weirder than 5-pin bowling.
Oh, no way. That's the
I
same.
feel like I need to
It's the
have a
same
poll for
weirdness.
this.
Definitely
Yeah,
this.
that's a camping thing for us up here.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty big in the States. There's a big tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Their pro tournament right now is in New York, and it's kind of similar to our club, our club tour and our Western Canadian Bowling Tour. They have 5 stops, but in ACL with the American Cornhole League, they have several more stops, and they travel throughout the what is it, the Southwest, and yeah, it's quite a big thing down there, and the prize money's starting to grow. Just it's kind of like our 5-pin bowling over the last couple of years. The prize money you can win is ridiculously good, but come that is the bowlers getting better and better, and it's harder and harder to win because there's so many more good bowlers.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I don't think we got the first frame done here. It's like next gen's, little. I guess you both look like the same. Couple marks on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the blood flowing into the hands.
Yeah.
Nice shot, Tyler. Tyler does not get the push on that one. Let's see if Aaron can get a mark on top of his mark. He does.
Everybody's slowly getting back into the groove here.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I always tend to use the first couple frames as warm up if needed.
Yeah, generally once the game starts, it takes a little bit to get going. It's not quite the same as practice, but
No.
well, it won't take these guys long. Most of these are,
No.
top end bowlers, couple frames, couple throws, and they either get it together or they get pulled. Jeremy with a good second shot after ripping the 3-pin. Oh, Sad getting tapped on that one. That was a good shot. Sad covering the spares. That's 4 marks on that side. Need Adam to cover off on his, get his 4th mark on their side. So they're stringing some marks together.
Yeah. And slowly, they get slowly getting their feet wet again and away they go, right? See what it looks like after everybody's done here. Nice.
Grab with the nice, yeah. Nice sets of check frame for both teams.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it's gonna be fairly even point wise though too, like because the next gen side doesn't add in the upcoming points.
Mm. A little quick for Tyler and Dynamite. Looked a lot better.
Yeah. That match up top is pretty much dead even right at the moment.
Yep.
No.
First one. I suspect we'll be seeing a couple of those. These two teams pound the middle quite a bit. They're not, it's hard to avoid the head pins on every frame.
No, exactly right. You do your best that you can, but they're out to get you. Well, that was a good shot. See if Aaron can pick his corner here. There it is. Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
still got some kick back there.
Yeah. Wasn't really expecting to get that extra pin out of that one. That was a great ball by Jenna there.
Yeah, she's just off to a great start.
Yeah. Well, all these matches are looking good off the hop here. Minus this one frame for next gen, but everybody's looking pretty good.
I was watching some old bowling videos, courtesy of Maria. And I know Scott Barber, I've seen him around the tour and stuff, but he's been bowling a long time, that man.
Oh, yes.
It was interesting to see his, and I don't know him, he's from Winnipeg, so I don't get to see him out here as much, but I've seen him in lots of the tournaments. And yeah, it's interesting to see how many people have been bowling as long as they have. I know Mark Johnstone's been around a long time, and he's in that video too. Gino's just as old as dirt, so he's always been around.
He's an icon, that one.
Yeah.
Gino. Yeah, I've looked. I've been to some of those, but I can't find. I have VHS tapes, but I can't find our stuff online for those years. I've tried, I just can't find them. But yes, it's kind of neat with what she's doing because it's just showing everybody, right? And there's faces in there I don't have a clue who they are, but there's that odd one that pops up like, hey, I know that person. Like, yeah, it's neat what she's doing with that whole project.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of cool. It kind of brings you back down memory lane for some of them, and some of them you didn't even, like I said, I didn't even know they had a memory lane. Not that, I've not been bowled competitive bowling. It's only been the last 3 years that I really started bowling competitively. I've been bowling since, my son's 31, and I've been bowling since he was born, before he was born. So, but it just was more recreational, fun, goof around bowling.
Yeah, no, for sure.
No, these two struggle at the same time.
Yeah. Let's see what
Ty is the more difficult of a spare than Tyler. If he can cover off a spare and gain a little bit of ground on him.
Ooh.
That's not going to gain any ground that way.
No. And that again, it just leaves everything in a dead heat in this one.
Our captain has abandoned us. She's having some technical difficulties, so it's just us two holding down the fort until the captain comes back.
Yeah, we're trying. I'm trying the best I can here.
The next gen had their couple in a row there for Jenna.
Oh no. Let's see what Aaron does here. There. Great ball by Aaron.
He threw his arm out a little further that time because the last time the corner pin didn't go down, so he threw his arm out just a little further, and it went that time.
Yeah. Now it makes you wonder, like with Jenna's match and Aaron's match, is there that possibility that they're looking at maybe doing something?
Well, I was just gonna say after Jeremy threw that first ball, I would be, he just doesn't look comfortable right now. He's thrown, the only 2 spares he's gotten are head pins or 3 pins, so he just looks like he's just a little off on his first step. We have 1 sub coming on Dynamite side. I suspect we're going to have a sub on the other next gen side also. We are in the finals of the Schwartz division, and it's a tight match, and we'll
have a sub going in on the Dynamite side here soon. Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, they're starting to get a couple matches on both sides. It's where, what do you do, right? Some are close.
Try to stay as close as you can until you can. Well, we know they all have the wheels to throw them, so.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh, Brad.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Is she back? Is our leader back?
Maria's back. Can you guys hear me?
Woo.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we can.
Welcome back.
Yeah, that was very
stressful. Oh, and Brad just spares aces.
Oh, wow.
What a shot.
Can we do an instant replay?
Yeah, Maria, can you get the replay cam on? Oh.
I wish I could. I mean, I'm going to go cut it after after the match.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
If we had the camera set up the way the average pros wanted to, we want to put a pit cam in. We think that would be
I mean, that would be pretty electric.
Right? And then we can delay the pit cam feed by, even if it's, a couple seconds, and then you could go back and flip to that feed after the ball's thrown. I mean, it might be a little bit too much more work for you, but
yeah,
I think the audience would love it.
I would say it sounds like you're just making work for me to.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Scott with a good big spare with that one. That was a big spare by Brad.
Oh, for sure. Nothing you can't. Yeah, because
you keep that match close. Yeah, that's a huge spare. And Randy is in for Tyler on Dynamite sides.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, what did I miss while I was, dealing with
a couple things.
Technical issues. Couple things.
Tyler got away with one there. He didn't think that was a very good ball, and he
got
a strike.
I was gonna say that didn't look like the best ball, but that's okay.
Yeah, and then Randy, he had pins flying everywhere and couldn't get the corner to knock down.
Of course.
Yeah.
Jenna got off the
Jenna?
head pins. Yeah, back on the strike
Yeah.
train.
Yeah, nice to get some marks flowing heading into that fifth frame break, right?
Yeah.
We have a
Substitution.
substitution.
Yeah, goes in,
Good-
throws an
Good
absolute
sub.
bomb.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice when you have good players on the bench ready to come in.
Clarify, Henry is not talking about himself. No.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm not on the bench. I'm usually the one that's ineligible.
He's always playing.
Yeah.
Always playing. That's because our bench isn't that good. Is that why? Oh, oops. Sorry, Mark.
Well, I was gonna say, oh, you're on the bench and you're not that good, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's all good.
One of the things I'm noticing on the next gen is there's lots of corner pins. So I'm wondering if the warmer weather has, affected the pinfall a little bit in Bonnie Doon.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, is that something that, because Henry, you bowl there, right?
Well, I don't bowl at Bonnie Doon, but I know in Sherwood Park there, the weather really affects the lanes 1 and 2. If it's really cold out, there's a really bad draft on the one back door. So it will affect the lanes a little bit. I'm just wondering, it's quite a bit warmer. Although the last couple of days haven't been so bad here. It's been a little cooler temperature, but I just noticed a lot more corner pins and I wouldn't say normal, but Bonnie Doon is the house where if you can throw a ball and get it on the side of the middle, you'll get a lot more strikes than you would in some other houses. But leaving those corner pins up, next gen's working a little bit harder to make sure to keep all those spares.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which isn't something we've seen, right, all season from them.
Well, they haven't had to make too many spares.
That's what I mean, right? They've been clearing the deck.
They just throw.
Yeah, so if we think about totals right now, 455 for next gen after that fifth frame. Dynamite still have to wrap things up here.
It was a good finish for next gen too, for their fifth frame before the commercial break.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely nice for Brad to, capitalize on the aces that he spared.
Yeah.
Dakota with a little bit of the advantage here, but next gen, as Tyler was saying, never a team that you can sort of count out. They're always putting the pressure on, right? They're never gonna let up and let you.
And their later frames and games, it's almost like they get more amped up as they get into 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we can't miss now, and they don't.
Yeah.
All right.
They're definitely not a team you're expecting to make any sort of mistakes in the latter half of the game.
No.
All right, so heading into our fifth frame break here, we have next gen with 455 to the Dynamite's 548. We have a string of spares working on the Dynamite side to the 4 strikes and 1 spare working on the next gen side. We'll see you guys after the break.
Perfect.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, we're back again. I went back and watched Brad's Aces.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I've done it once. And I didn't even see it.
You're just like, I'm not going to spare this. You don't bother to look, right?
Yeah,
like,
no,
I'm not going to spare it.
No, I threw the ball. I went to go and pick up another one. And I was told I didn't have to. So I'm like, huh.
Nice.
You're like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, only once I've ever done that. I try, but it doesn't always work.
Yeah. Well, I've only ever spared a head pin split once.
Yeah.
No, haven't done that. I will be honest, I've never done that. I've come close, but I've only got 15s on stuff like that.
I was going to say I've spared splits, but not aces. Ooh. That's not commentator's curse. We were talking about splits and sparing them.
No.
So, Aaron, do not blame us for anything. We are not at fault.
We aren't. We take no responsibility.
Yeah, for anybody's actions.
Nope.
Never.
Should be putting a disclaimer out before each match starts. Disclaimer.
Like, disclaimer, guys. We are not responsible for any.
Oh.
No.
And a good cleanup, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if we look at Jenna here in that second position with that left spare, if she puts a strike on that, that puts her at 139. So Aaron still has a bit of the advantage in that second position. Mitchell saying the Candlepin Candlepin, the commentary is like right behind the bowler and they shout and stuff. I think that'd be hilarious. I remember when Tyler and I were doing the commentary at Heritage, I was so worried about like talking too loud that whoever was bowling would be able to hear me. Because I mean, not that I was like trash talking or saying anything bad. Of course not. Never me.
I would have been.
But I was just like so concerned. I was like, oh my God, what if I say something that's like.
Yeah, I say something wrong, right? And everybody hears it.
I was like, I don't think anyone's going to care, but.
Nobody would care. I think that's the one thing about, bowlers in general. I mean, even if you fall down at the line, most people first, make sure that you're moving and you're fine, and then start laughing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think 5-pin bowlers got a pretty good sense of humor. 90% of us.
Yeah, most of them do. But if the foot's on if they're on the other side of the laugh, they don't like it.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Depends. I mean, that would be anybody, but yeah.
I do know of one that if you fell over, like you said, at the line, they laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh, and they actually fell. They stuck and they fell, and people were bugging them. They didn't like it, like because it was.
Speaking of falling all over at the line,
I was saying Brad got some style points for that guy there.
Okay, well, let's stop talking about that. Let's start talking about strikes.
Yeah. Bradley throwing strikes that are absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. But I always say that too. The end result is what you're after. The release isn't the greatest, but the end result is what you're looking for.
It doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get as long as the pins fall down, like it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
No, exactly.
That's even better there. All right, so again, we have those two doubles working at the top and the bottom. The Tit Gap brothers just throwing bombs as usual on the next gen side with those two spares as well. And then now that one double and those two strikes there, and those two opens on the Dynamite side.
Yeah. It was a good sub by Randy coming in.
Mm-hmm.
He's showing a left corner spare and now a couple strikes.
Oh, an unfortunate punch for Jenna here. Definitely gives Aaron a little bit of an opening to sort of put a little bit more space between.
Does Next Gen have another spare on the bench or no? Because I wasn't on the initial.
They do.
Cody Steers
on the bench. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't in the initial, so that's why I was just kind of wondering now if that's going to play a part in the next few frames here. Oh, I guess Jenna can't come up.
No,
because Haley's in.
Haley's in for Jeremy. So yeah. Jenna
no,
can come out if needed.
I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but I'm just wondering. I was just confirming.
Yeah, you have to wonder what decision. You have to wonder like what might happen in these.
Yeah. Going forward here for the next few frames.
Yeah, 100%.
Holy man, apparently I need another coffee because my tongue is tied.
Hey, we'll have a little bit of a break here after the first match, just for commercials again, so you can go get yourself another coffee. Ooh, and Haley doing a little flyby there. I mean, that match is still.
Still there.
It's still there, but I mean, it's.
Yeah.
We'll see what Jenna does, right?
Yeah. All depends on Jenna's first ball here. What's going to happen? There it is.
That's an absolute bomb from Jenna.
Yeah.
Great ball.
Yeah, because even point-wise, it's a lot of these matches are even. There's a couple that look like they might start pulling away, but everything's pretty much even right now.
I was thinking you might get the chop with that.
Oh, no.
Ooh, and
ay.
Chad with a little bit of a and there we see TD going in for Chad.
Oh, and Weber was trying to go for the split spare.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was close.
I mean, I thought that he was going to end up with a chop off with the first ball.
I did too.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, the 3-pin came halfway out to the arrow. So.
Yeah, it did. You're like, when the pins bounce around that much, you're kind of expecting that you might get a little something extra, but alas, not the case, unfortunately. So again, if we look at totals, I mean, Dynamite 773, they have those two doubles working, but then those 2 open frames as well. Next gen with 3 open frames, that turkey working at the top for Tyler. And then we'll see what Brad does here. And again, another great
Brad
flush
throws
for
the
Brad.
strike.
Yeah. He's like, no more aces. I'm just going to hit the side of the head pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that sparing aces isn't cool. It definitely is.
Yeah,
but
Brad. It is cool. You
you-
can spare aces if you get them.
yeah, spare aces. Yeah, if you get them, but like that's not the goal or the aim. I want a good half for Scott there. Yeah, Brad definitely with the advantage in that first match. Same with Tyler. Sorry, Brad in that anchor match, and then Tyler with the match in the leadoff position. Like everything else though is within a ball or 2, right?
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Is Tyler gonna go for the spare? So when you guys are shooting, like when you go to head pin, which side do you shoot first?
I do right. Right.
Henry?
Yeah, I usually miss to the right, and then I shoot to the left, and I get like 7 count on my head pin.
That's
I'm not
really
even kidding.
for you.
I'm not even. I wish I was joking. Yeah,
Wait,
I've missed a cut because I
you
punched the
missed-
head pin and then threw one in the ditch instead of taking 5. I would have made the cut with that ball.
Oh,
Someone,
No, we don't want to
someone
talk.
in
We
the
don't want to
comments,
talk about it.
I decide on the fly. That is crazy.
Yeah.
I would say I shoot the right first and I shoot the left second. And I was watching my mom recently and I was like, oh, you shoot the left first and then the right second.
Yeah.
I just think it's really interesting.
I just feel more
asking folks-
confident.
See, and that's the same for me, as I know I'm more confident on my right side.
Not that it always works out properly, but
You know,
I'd rather go that route than
And it's funny because I had missed my right, 2 or 3 times in a game, and somebody I was bowling with said, "Okay, shoot for the left first. You're not making your right side. Shoot for the left. Like just switch it up." And my mind, as soon as I get up to the line, I'm automatically thinking I got to go for the right side, and I don't know why. I just do.
Yeah.
I've done that, and then I'll turn around and say that's not where that ball was supposed to go.
Yeah.
you know,
like, that's not what I was aiming for, but okay.
No, no, it's on the other side. Yep.
Great ball for Adam to bounce back from those pair of splits there. And we'll see what TD is going to do here. The first full frame.
Great ball.
Absolute bomb. Great shot. So, I mean, Dynamite's still with the advantage in terms of total. But again, next gen, we know, can really light things up.
Oh.
I was wondering, I was like, that was a kickback, but is it actually going to fall? Yeah.
Yeah.
But we know next gen can, put down lots of strikes in those last 2 frames. I mean, there's still 90 sticks out there for each bowler.
Oh, for sure.
Right? I mean, at a minimum.
Yeah, lots of marks working on both sides and
counts. Yeah.
And that, right? So
good job by Scott to try to keep pace.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure that he's still going to be in a good position to keep hold of total if he needs to, right? With those marks going into the last couple of frames here. And Tyler obviously looking to bounce back from that head pin. Oh, and doesn't quite get the slider, but a good count for Randy.
Yeah. That match is still within a ball, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like yes, there's been opens in that and some misses and whatever, but that match has been close right from the start. So
yeah, and a great ball for Jenna. I think I knew that second it left her hand. It was like, that's great. Perfect shot for her. And a great half for Randy there as well. So yeah, that match is
like 8 points
within a ball. 8 points within a ball. I mean, Ty has the strike to Randy's spare
Mhm,
heading into the
but-
10th frame, but
Something to work off of.
oh, good push for Haley. Yeah, so Aaron with a little bit of the advantage over Jenna in that second position, but it's sort of going to depend on what he does in this frame here. And that was very greasy. Kick back off the sidewall. But however they fall, we don't care.
Yep.
As long as they fall down. Strike's
As
a
long
strike.
as it's not a little man in the back with a stick knocking them down, that's fine.
Correct. And as long as you don't foul and then it doesn't count.
True.
You yourself slide down the lane and knock all the pins over. Obviously that does not count. But
That was a
another
good
good
ball
count
there.
for Jana. Yeah, maybe a little bit heavy, but still a great count for her. Definitely firmly in control of that match in the third position.
Oh, that was
he did get it to go.
That was, yeah, you know, you're standing there with the fist pump ready to go. You're like,
yeah.
Come on, I saw you. I saw the top of that pin hit the base. Like, just fall.
See what TD can do here, and
yeah. So maybe a little bit quick on that for TD.
wow.
That
Oh,
my God.
goodness.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna go watch the replay on that one now because
that was a head pin to a corner pin
chop
to
off to a
chop
corner
off
pin.
to-
Yeah.
I'll say how
Wow.
many things am I gonna have to clip with Brad from this game?
And he does have a lot of rotation and speed on that ball, which is,
Yeah.
and he covers the spare. Good job. Even that pin, you see how far it bounced? Like it bounced all over the place. Like
Yeah.
he's just got a lot of.
Yeah, I want to see Brad in a free fall house. That would be.
Oh yeah.
You're like he's gonna get a strike on both lanes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just send a pin over. Why not? Sounds fun.
Scott was watching Brad and he got flustered. That's why he pitched it out.
Yeah. He's like, why can't I do that? That's what I want to be able to do. I still can't. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and good cover
Covers
for
the spare.
Scott there. Yeah, so total heading into that 10th frame, for the Dynamite, we have 1078, that double working, and those 3 spares, to 951 for next gen. Those 2 doubles working that strike, and then we have a spare in the anchor position. So, I mean, we're not used to seeing next gen with sort of a total this low heading into the 10th frame, right? I mean, a little bit of a slower start.
Good shot
I
by
know
Randy there.
Tyler, yeah, great ball by Randy, great ball from Tyler to match that there as well. Yeah, I know Tyler was mentioning that there wasn't even any staff at Bonnie Doon yet, so you have to wonder. I mean, obviously in this league you have to be self-motivating, but having absolutely nobody in the building, I'm sure, is a bit of a weird sort of
Vibe.
feeling.
Oh, yeah, it
Vibe,
definitely is.
right? Like, even if there's open bowling, like there's still some people around, or whatever, people putzing and doing work and stuff. Yeah, great ball from Tyler again. But having absolutely nobody there, I'm sure that's,
Yeah.
having some sort of an impact there. Oh, another great ball from Randy as well to match Tyler. So Ty with the advantage here, up by 7. Ooh. Okay.
He did open the door for Randy.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Even that little pin up there says, no, he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great
Yeah,
ball
that
by
was-
Randy.
Oh.
Great.
I mean, yeah. And that
Great
could end
come
up
in.
being, right, a huge point. Great come in for him. Yeah. Absolutely huge.
Nice shot by Jenna.
Yeah, great ball from Jenna as well.
See what Aaron does here on his first ball, because he has the potential there.
Yeah.
But uh-oh. Good shot.
Ooh. That's really going to be interesting here. I mean, I'll be curious when we chat with folks after this match here, just Randy with that last ball. Like if you're that bowler, I mean, obviously in Pro League it's a bit different, right? Because you have the video stream if you want to watch. Like, are you someone who wants to watch what Tyler's doing, right? Or are you just like I'm just going to throw a strike regardless? Like that's what I want to do. You're not as focused on like I only need to do this much, right?
Right. Instead of, I mean, at the end of the day, there is no defense in bowling, so it doesn't matter what Tyler does. Randy still has to throw
you're
the
like
ball.
I'm gonna throw. Yeah, you're like I'm still gonna throw a strike regardless, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody ever goes up to the line going, "Okay, I just need to touch the side of the middle to win," or "I just need a 5 to win."
Not.
Like,
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, everybody's going up there going, "Hey, I just throw a strike on here. It doesn't matter."
Yeah.
I just go up to throw my own game. Like what?
Yeah.
I might see what I might need, but in all honesty, I go up and just throw what I can do, right?
Yeah, I mean, because that's as you say, Henry. Like, there's no defense in bowling.
Oh.
Right? Like, you just go up and you throw your shot, and you.
Yeah.
So that's 2 points for 3 if you include the next game for Dynamite.
Okay. I was thinking we can include the next one there as well. We can see the points.
Yep.
Okay, good. Trying to resize them properly. Unfortunate head pin for Jana to finish the game off, but I mean that's still like great match for her regardless. Taking her point.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I mean, but that does make total a little bit interesting.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. If you look at 1208, 1218 with Jana with that head pin. Gets all her sticks regardless, but Adam has that count working, right? So with that 12 spare, has another ball here. And then Brad with the spare as well at the bottom. I mean, Scott has a spare.
Yes.
On the Dynamite side as well, but still, like.
See what TD can do on her first ball here, because this will be huge for her.
Total. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's going to make things
interesting.
Interesting, that's for sure. We have 1238 for next gen through 4 bowlers. We have 1268, is that right?
1268, yes.
Yep.
1268 through those 4 bowlers to 1231 through 3.5
Need one
bowlers.
One more ball
one
here.
More ball. One more ball.
Yep.
Okay, so
1233.
1233.
Brad gets the first strike.
Brad gets the first strike, so I think.
So Adam won his match. You can throw up Adam's point for next gen.
Point is there, yep.
And then Brad's got his point.
1253 split.
Oh. That is the way she's looking.
Yep. Can't complain about that.
So even when next gen doesn't have their A game,
they still manage to,
squeak out,
like do what they need to do, right? Yeah.
Right. You look at the aces spare was huge. Now you look back and that's a big 15 count there. I mean,
Yeah.
The right corner spare too that Brad had. If that was a chop off, you can take some
Yeah.
more pins off of those. Like those bounce back kickbacks.
Or if that would have been a head pin, right? Like that's
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that could have made a huge difference.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, a great game for them, definitely to
Great
fight.
game for Brad too.
Yeah, great game for Brad. So we have 1298 for the next gen.
And
okay, never mind. I'm gonna fix this here. 1298 for next gen to 1340 for next gen to okay. Well, we're gonna run the commercial here, and after that we'll bring our coaches back in, managers back in, just to have a little chat before we get started with game number 2.
Perfect.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, so we're back again here. Before we head into our second match, we'll just bring our managers in really quick for a little chat. Hi, welcome back, guys. Tyler and Aaron. Obviously, Tyler, you guys squeaking out that 5-3 win. How are you guys feeling with that? Obviously, I mean, after the first 3 bowlers, losing those matches, it wasn't necessarily looking like you guys were gonna take out the win. How are you guys feeling with that?
I'm pretty grateful. I think honestly, like Dynamite played well that game, and we were just really trying to fight for as many as we can. Obviously, we want to be greedy and get as many as we can, but I think 5 was as much as we could there. So we're just going to take it and be happy that we got the total, and we're going to move on and try and be a little bit sharper this game.
Yeah, for sure. And Aaron, obviously you guys, any sort of adjustments or changes you're looking to make heading into this second match? Just kind of a tough loss. Really, came down to the end with next gen scoring those points for total.
I think 5-3 for either team isn't really a surprise. We will be making a lineup change, putting Randy up top, but we have to hit the middle more. We could have counted our way to that win in total. On doubles, we had some misses. On spares, we had some misses. So we're just going to look to hit the middle more and keep a good thing going.
Yeah. And then Tyler, any changes that you guys are going to be looking to make for this match?
Yeah, we're going to put Cody in 3 where Jeremy was. So it'll be Jeremy and Haley on the bench.
And then the rest of the lineup is just staying the same.
Yeah, so myself, Jenna, Cody, Adam, and
And then Aaron, what about for you guys?
Yeah, so we're Randy up top and everything else is the same. Chad's going back in, so it's Randy Morissette and myself, Aaron, Jana, Chad, Scott, with Tyler and TD on the bench and Rob still ineligible.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, best of luck for this second match. We look forward to some more good bowling here.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
good luck.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Okay, well, given I had some technical difficulties, I didn't actually get the Dynamite roster graphic.
Yeah, let's get the Dynamite roster graphic on there.
I will get it. We have another game.
Oh, okay.
But we'll run through next gen. I don't have it. Yeah, I had technical difficulties.
I thought you had it.
But for next gen, no, I don't have it. For next gen, we have Brad Titgat, Jenna Lamoureux, Tyler Titgat, Cody Steer, Haley Cole, Jeremy Hirsimchuk, Adam Weber, managed by Desiree Titgat, bowling out of Bonnie Doon. But for the Dynamite, we have TD Holland, Chad Van Dale, Tyler Van Dale, Aaron Alblas, Jana Van Wellingham, Randy Morissette, Scott Barber, Rob Shannis, and managed by Andrea Alaka. I will get the graphic here shortly.
I thought Dwayne sent it to you. Why were we thanking Dwayne?
No, he sent me the names of everyone so that I wouldn't have to go search for it.
Boo. I take my thank you back.
Well, you can take your thank you back, but I will not.
I did. No,
I just went in and read the message again. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
To start.
I suspect there'll be a little more fire between both teams on this match here.
Yeah,
there's still
I
some
think
pretty good matches, but there's some I wouldn't say lower. Anything sub 200 is obviously not going to cut it for Pro League, but anything in that 200 to 230 range, I think is probably a little below average for Pro League.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I mean lower than sort of what we've been seeing most of the season.
Correct. From both of these teams.
Both of these teams, right? Like you're both in high scoring houses. You don't expect to sort of see totals that are, not to say like that's a crazy low total or anything. Like
no.
But for the Pro League, like you're expecting to see higher scores than that, right? Yeah. And we see the first ball for Cody today.
I was going to say it's going to take.
Obviously.
Definitely going to take him a couple of steps here to get himself going. I'm sure he's been warming up, but it's not quite the same.
I was going to say, I hope he's been warming up. He's just going in fully cold.
Fully cold. Hasn't thrown a ball.
That seems like a Cody Steer thing to do. So.
Well, that's true. You're not wrong.
I was say, definitely not wrong. But.
No.
Okay, I have the graphic. Carrie sent it to me.
Oh, did you get it? Oh, thanks, Carrie, for doing your job.
Yeah.
There, thanks, Carrie.
That was Henry that said that, not Maria. More. How do I download this? Okay, I'm going to allow this.
I did send you a graphic also for.
Yeah, I've already seen this. You're like.
Yeah, but it's for consolation. I thought at some point we can pull that up and talk about consolation because that's coming up in July 6th. Well, come on, it's not that long.
Okay, I'm going to run through the roster now that I have the graphic. So we have Tyler Van Dale, Chad Van Dale, Jana Van Wellingham, Randy Morissette, Scott Barber, Aaron Alblas, TD Holland, and Rob Shannis, managed by Andrea Laka, and then they're bowling out of Dakota Lanes in Winnipeg.
Perfect.
There we go. Henry, you can also just upload the graphic.
No, Henry just sits here and talks. That's all he does.
Like I'm only good for talking, guys.
Carrie will
Yes,
not
we
let
can
me
talk-
do anything.
We can
Carrie will
talk
not let me
about
do-
we can talk about relegation after the
Yeah.
matches are all done.
Yeah. No worries. I just thought I'd
We're
bring
not
it up
talking
at
about
some
it.
point.
Not talking about it now. Yeah.
No, we're not talking about my team, the Average Pros. We're talking about the Dynamite and the Next Gen.
Yeah. Your team having to play my mom. And I'm now realizing I can't actually
Oh.
watch those matches because it's during
Why?
Stampede and I have friends. Because I have friends
Oh.
visiting. You
So
can
tell them you
blame
have something.
you.
You just let them know you have something important to do, and it's watch bowling.
Yeah, that I let Rylan and Isaac know that I have to watch bowling.
Yeah, they'll be watching it too.
Like, they'll be in my house.
Well, they'll be watching bowling. Perfect. You can watch it with them.
Yeah, that sounds like a
Rylan was
great
over at
Sunday
my place
morning.
last night.
Oh, that's funny.
Him and Brandon came over, played some cornhole.
Oh, that was who was at your house too late last
Yeah,
night.
they were there.
That's who we can blame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, those two left early.
So who do we think? Obviously, both teams started getting off to a bit of a hot start here. All in the middle. Randy obviously looking to clean things up here in that first position. To try and keep pace with Tyler a little bit there. But who do we think would be the best cornhole player?
Oh, that's a good question.
Of the two teams playing right now?
Yeah, right now?
Yeah.
That is a good question. I'm gonna have to watch your style on throwing. I think Aaron is so full of P and V that I think he would do really well. I'm keeping it PG-13.
This comment, Scott, I
Yeah.
actually think that's correct. I think I agree with. I think Scott would be really good at cornhole.
Oh,
He has so much finesse in his shot. Like I just think,
yeah, fair.
who would be the worst at cornhole who's playing right now?
Probably Bradley Titcat, because he would
Brad
never keep it on the bag
He's
would be in the neighbor's
he's too
yard.
powerful, guys. Yeah.
He doesn't
'Cause
have an off-speed
how
pitch.
far apart? Like how far?
27 feet
Do you? 27 feet?
from front board to front board. There's a nice shot
he
by
needs
Cody.
he needs a 60-foot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And a good cover for Aaron there after that, getting tapped a little bit on that first ball. And definitely, keeping pace with Jenna, having that open in the second frame on the next gen side. Oh. The fact that those
That's a nice
two
shot
pins
there.
just fell in sync for Adam. They just look like little windshield wipers just going boop.
Yeah.
There's another cover.
Of course.
Out of those 5 games, Next Gen has a 62 pin lead. Bradley didn't like that one, but the results were good. A 62 pin lead is really nothing on a 5-player team.
No, definitely not. And I mean, we saw how quickly sort of the tide shifted, right? With total.
Yeah.
And there was just like 2 bowlers to go. It was TD, punched a head pin in that 10th frame, right? Versus Adam got the 12 spare and then that strike. To sort of give them a chance to kind of steal total. I mean, climb back and take those extra points, right? Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see now. I mean, obviously just like some small lineup changes. Cody going into that 3-hole position on the next gen side. And I mean, Randy just staying up top for the Dynamite obviously went in the last match about halfway through. And now just staying in that leadoff position, getting the team fired up as well. that was an uncharacteristic pitch for
Yeah.
Ty. I feel
Great
like he
shot by
definitely knew
Randy.
that. The second
Yeah.
it left his hand, he looked pretty unhappy with that. Just and then the penalty shot
Yeah.
just takes out the head pin, maybe, a little bit flatter on that second ball, really trying to make sure that he hits the head pin, but cleans everything up. Randy with the strike, definitely looking to capitalize a little bit on Ty's miss in that leadoff position. And a great ball from Aaron. Another great ball from Jenna, bouncing back from that head pin, the second frame.
That's a good shot by Jana.
Another great ball from Jana. Got tapped in the second frame with that left corner, but, carries everything in the third frame. Cody doing Cody things.
Yeah.
Throwing an absolute bomb. Sometimes it's fun to see Cody, throw something that's really heavy on the head pin, and then the pins just all end up, falling over because he gets the stupidest kickbacks I've ever seen.
They've got some really hard throwers there. Adam throws pretty hard. Cody and Brad, like those guys are all, hard throwers as far as bowling goes.
Yeah. No, definitely. I always think it's kind of interesting if you're like, I want to see how hard I could actually just throw the ball. Because I throw harder now than I used to, like even a few months ago. Which was kind of unintentional, but kind of happened, but. And then people were like, "Oh, you're throwing so much harder." I was like, "Am I actually?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I am."
Yeah.
I'm probably the same. My ball speed's increased a little bit over the last 3 years, but it might be the competitive part of it instead of goofing around.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. I think I upped my ball speed. It's like high 30s now, which it didn't used to be that.
Couple turkeys at the bottom of the next gen.
Yeah. I would say Brad and Adam trying to do what they did, I think, against the Lumberjacks when they ran, almost off the table with things. No commentators curse, obviously, but
no, we never said it. Oh,
we never said it. Tyler getting absolutely roasted, and Randy with looking like a little bit quick there, maybe not quite the finish on his shot that he's used to having. Nonetheless, going to be looking to pick up as many sticks as possible here. Keep that gap sort of close with Ty. I mean, even though he has that mark working. And obviously, a number of these bowlers on both teams, right, will be heading out tomorrow to Vancouver for Masters Nationals as well. Bowling has become a full year kind of thing, right? We think about
really
relegation happening in July, and then we'll have the actual 5PL finals with the winner of today's matches taking on the Venom at some point in July as well.
WCBT Tour
finals.
We
have Tour finals. Then we have Club Tour. And then we have
then Club Tour starts the end of August is Club Tour. So it was another one that I was thinking of heading out to Nebs again. And
are you gonna go, Henry? I'll be there.
I think I'm gonna go this year. It's kind of on my list. I've been there twice over the last 3 years, and it's a fun tournament. It's lots to do, even if you're not a big bowler. If you're bringing a friend down to spectate, it's a really, really fun place to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think a lot of people watching today will probably be familiar with I'm going back to Nebs to face my trauma.
Trauma?
I bowled there. I bowled there as a YBC senior on a team, and when I got there, my teammate was like, "I don't want to win."
Right.
Oh no.
That's great.
Yeah, not great, because we had a really good team, and I was like, "Well, then why am I bowling provincials? Like, you don't want to win."
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back and make good memories at Nebs this year.
Perfect.
Can't complain. It's such a nice center.
Yeah. Well run
Excited
too,
to play there.
and Jeff and
Yeah.
Tom are just
Great ball from Chad.
was
Adam taking out the deuce on the other lane.
Oh, he did. So does that count as extra 2 points? I think we should count that.
Yeah, you're like, well, he did get the 7 on his own lane though, too.
And he got 2 on the other lane, so he should have 9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
9's a good count.
That was. So it was the string that was bizarre. Nothing hit the 2-pin on their lane, so it was the string when it went over. I'm rewatching it now. It was like doesn't compute in my brain.
Yeah. Oh, that was a big miss.
And he's now playing football.
Yeah. To the post.
Exactly,
So Brad,
Cat.
the cat is really unhappy with
Yeah.
Mr. Adam Weber's. That was absurd.
Yeah.
I've rewatched it like 4 or 5 times now.
See what Brad can do here if he can keep this little thing track going. Ooh.
Oh. A little bit of that, sneaky little move at the foul line.
Yeah.
You can almost make a compilation of things Brad does at the foul line.
Oh yeah.
It's like a dance.
You can do a whole video of Brad just today.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be my video. My video for today will be Brad.
I think so. To do the
moves.
Yeah, Brad's moves. People, if that's what people want to see, send me a message. I will make that happen.
Oh, I'm sending you a message right now. Do it.
Henry does not.
Uncharacteristic frame. Uncharacteristic.
Henry, be careful what you wish for, because then I'll make one of you.
Yeah, there's not much video out there of me bowling.
In Pro League, there is.
Yeah.
I go clip every single ball you've ever thrown.
Oh gosh, nobody will watch that anyways.
All of your seven counts on your head.
My 7 counts. Yeah, there's a couple of those, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
This is what not to do video.
Ooh. There we go. How not to bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even though Randy, with that head pin on the Dynamite side, Ty also gets a split in that 5th frame. So, I mean, that match is still close, but you still got to wonder, like, is there going to be a possibility of some sort of switch coming on either team, right? Like after the commercial break here, or is it going to be, a reset, regroup sort of situation where, you give them another ball, another frame just to see. Because, I mean, Randy's all over the middle, right? It's just a matter of, and a great push from Jenna.
Jenna was trying to do her best to get some marks going here. Adam, Brad, and Tyler all missed pins, which is not a normal thing for the 3 of them.
No,
and Jenna throws and misses too. So they just need a little bit of a group hug, as I call it.
I was gonna say, what's Henry gonna recommend? Group hug.
Yeah, group hug
solves everything. Great ball for Aaron.
A good shot right there.
Sometimes I wish we could have sound so we could hear people get fired up like that, but then I don't want to catch all the chatter in the background.
No, we actually a little while back we were talking about putting some GoPros on heads, and then we thought, well, the GoPros are great, but then you'd have to keep the volume off.
Definitely would. Because of Cody doesn't. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the thing with the GoPro too is you're only going to be looking where I'm looking, and generally I don't look where I'm throwing, so you're really not going to see anything.
Looks at the ceiling.
Put a GoPro on me, you're like, where is he going?
If not GoPro, I'm making people up, but
yeah. It's been an interesting conversation I've had with a number of bowlers over the past little while, just about where they look and like the different types of spot bowling that people sort of do. Like I know people look at the foul line, people look at the pins, people look at the arrows, people look at like the dots. And I just think that's really interesting. I look at specific boards, which I only recently found out is really weird.
I do know somebody who used to look at the dots behind the foul line.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people that do that. There's like
I tried to do that.
People who do that. I don't know. I feel like I would faceplant, but
yeah, it's too close for me.
Henry, where do you look at the ceiling? At a different lane.
So I honestly
I closed my eyes.
I looked at a board, and I'll kind of space it out. The problem is the board gives you a general location, not a specific spot, if that makes sense. So it's like I know I'm looking at this area, so I've recently switched to an arrow where I'm looking at a specific arrow, and I've moved my feet, so I've adjusted my body to that arrow. Because if it doesn't, my spot went from like, I'm not going to say a foot, like 6 inches. If I hit an area within 6 inches, I could get a strike on either side of the head pin or punch. Whereas now I'm looking at that specific arrow. It's actually helped me improve quite a bit.
Interesting.
Right on. Yeah.
All right.
That's a good finish going into the break here for both sides, actually.
Yes, we have 592 on the next gen side. They have those 2 spares and that 1 strike working at the bottom. To the Dynamite 641, they have those 2 doubles working. Obviously, a little bit of trouble in that leadoff position, but with Tyler also going open as well, it's still really close. And then they have that 1 spare on the Dynamite side. So we'll head to our commercial break and we'll be right back.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, so we're back again for the second match of 3 of the Schwartz Division Finals. We have some of the Dynamite bowlers, still practicing. Aaron without a ball. Tyler with a ball. And as we were saying before the break here, I'll be curious to see if we might see some sort of substitution, a switch here in the leadoff position on either side. It looks like Randy picked up a ball. So we'll take a look. I mean, they threw that in sync more or less.
And they got strikes in sync too.
Exact same result. A little bit of a delayed fall for Randy's strike there, but I mean, if the pins fall, they fall. That's all that matters.
See if Aaron can keep this going here for him.
Yeah, Jenna with a bit of an uncharacteristic miss with that first 3-pin and now going through the hole. And a great ball for Aaron, an absolute bomb again for him. Really capitalizing on Jenna's couple missteps here. Yeah, so you got to be wondering, is there maybe going to be a pull in that second spot on the next gen side, right?
Yeah. That's second hand bone of the day.
Oh, let me get my.
Yeah, I was going to bring it up, but I thought, nah, let somebody else. I'll wait for somebody in the
Well,
comments.
No. Well, you can do it yourself.
I can't do it.
Don't.
They'll give me.
Yes,
they don't
you
give me that kind of
can.
power.
You literally have that kind of
You
power.
have to
You
show
go to
us
media
then.
assets.
Oh, no,
Maybe you
thank
guys can't see that, or maybe you. I
No,
don't
we
know.
can't.
No, I
We
can't.
Oh, really?
See, it's just you. Nice try though.
Today's first it was the second ham bone apparently of the day. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, the first
Missed
in the first game.
one. Yeah, we're too
Yeah.
busy, yapping about random things.
Cornhole.
that Sometimes we miss things. Yeah.
Cornhole, yeah.
Chad looking to get back on the middle and
He
cover his
definitely
spare
covers
there.
that. Yep.
Yeah, covers that well. That's huge against Adam's, head pin 7 here on the next gen side.
Ouch. That's uncharacteristic of Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, we're seeing quite a few uncharacteristic sort of misses, blow-bys on the next gen side, right? Adam doing that.
Well, and that's the
Brad,
second
and then
one
Jenna
that
as
he's
well.
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which you don't see very often.
Big
Well, it
miss
just
by
shows
Scott
that they
there,
are
too.
human.
Yep.
They are human. They're not robots.
Yep.
I mean, they're still better than average pros.
The average pros than Henry. No.
Yeah, they're still better than average. Oh, there's a penalty shot from Scott.
So penalty shot from Scott there, which is unfortunate. Hey, well, if we take a look at the Dynamite with that 799 total, those 2 strikes and that double working and the 1 spare, 2 next gens, 3 strikes with that 692. Obviously, Dynamite did have the advantage in that first match total wise, but things sort of shifted. I think Randy is out now. And we have a substitution on the next Jenna side as well. We have Haley in for Jenna. And then we have Tyler Van Dale in for Randy on the Dynamite side. Hopefully not the way Haley was looking to go in.
The one thing I noticed with next gen subs, they let their bowlers finish off their frame and then let the new bowlers coming in have a nice fresh frame. That is one thing that I find very interesting, and it's a nice way to do it. Other people will think, well, why not let them throw a couple warm-up balls? You know, if you punch a head pin and you're getting pulled, why not? But your mindset might be, I've got a nice clean slate. I can get off the ground and running. And
yeah.
I mean, it's sort of an interesting approach to things. And I mean, I know some people, like individual bowlers, prefer to have that, you know, extra couple balls or extra ball that, you know, doesn't count as much, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But it is sort of nice to go in and just know, like, that you're like, okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to throw an absolute bomb, and it's going to be
this and
versus like cleaning up a head pin.
Oh, just spoke up. And the Pro League is a little bit different than, you know, Masters and some of the other ones where you don't get to warm up on the side. So maybe it's a little bit different, and that's how generally, you know, subs are made. Is you got to go in, throw 2 balls in this frame because that helps you get warmed up. Whereas you don't need those 2 balls to warm up because you've been, you know, kind of warming up on the side.
Yeah.
Makes a little more sense.
Yeah. And a good cover for Aaron there. Definitely keeping the advantage in the second position on the Dynamite side. And a great ball from Jenna as well. Yeah, to keep pace with Cody.
Oh no.
Head pin for Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tapped.
I was like, yeah, absolutely tapped on that one there. Jeez. I thought it was just going to be a perfect little slider. The 3-pin just knocks right out the deuce.
Yeah.
But alas, not the case. Yeah, Adam's certainly going to be looking to bounce back here. Chad maybe a little bit skinny, sparing that right corner. You know, you're like, okay, is that
but it worked
on that line?
Those are new bands.
Yeah. You're like, at the end of the game, the score sheet, you would never know that I was really skinny out in that corner. It didn't matter.
Oof.
I would say Scott missing to the left this time, missed to the right the frame prior. Brad with that double on the bottom, definitely helpful for the next gen total, 762 to 913. Scott still to finish out the 7th frame for the Dynamite. And we know, like, next gen knows how to turn up the heat in the latter half of a game, right? Like, even if you come out strong, you can't expect to sort of coast the rest of the way to finish out your match.
No. It was a big miss by Scott there to capitalize on his mark, to get a mark there.
Seeing him miss to the left is a little bit uncharacteristic. Picking up a few extra sticks there, but gonna want to bounce back and find the middle again. And now we see the first full frame for Tyler after going in for Randy after that first ball in the 7th frame. A good push for Ty.
Oh no. That's
a head pin central on the Dynamite side in that first position. Yeah, a good cover for Ty. See, nobody wants to get 5 in a row today because they don't want to hear me say my favorite thing.
They do.
They literally do not.
Sure, that's exactly why Tyler's like, if anybody gets 5
Tyler's
in a row.
like, if everyone gets 5 in a row, the stream is over. No more.
Maybe
I think he wanted to kill me. He wanted to kill me when I made the compilation of me saying it.
I think once they get to the last game, maybe you'll see it in the last 5 frames that they do. Somebody gets 5 in a row.
Maybe.
That's how they finish out the match, you know.
They're just slowly getting there.
Yeah. You know, we've had a couple hand bones, you know. We're getting the strikes going. We're good.
And I'm quite surprised with the amount of bowlers, great bowlers on both teams, that we've only had a couple of hand bones. If you would have told me, almost done game 2, we would have had 2 hand bones,
and that's it. And
you would
nothing.
have been like, no, there's no way.
More. Yeah, and I mean, even total wise, right? It's not like we're seeing these monster totals that we're used to seeing from both teams the whole season.
Yeah.
And they're minimal.
Yeah. So even Aaron having that punch in the 8th frame on the Dynamite side, Haley having the punch.
Worry.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think that late fall
count.
No, it
replay
didn't count.
there. Yeah,
you
should check that anyways.
Shield was coming down.
It looked like the shield.
It looked like the shield was coming down when it happened. Yeah, let me just
when it fell. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's watch.
Cody's throwing it anyway.
Was the shield? Are either of you guys watching it as well?
Nope.
No. He didn't take it. Yeah, I don't know.
It looked like the shield was coming down when it was started to fall.
Yeah.
Oh, good shot by Jana there.
It was like instant. It was like you can see in the reflection that the shield was starting to come down.
So then that would have been them. Yeah. The machine cycling.
The machine had started to cycle when it did that. So I mean they made the right call. That's fine.
Yeah. So great shot by Jana there to keep a little bit of a stranglehold on that match. A little hold, not stranglehold, a little hold.
Yeah, we don't condone strangulation.
No, it slipped out.
No violence.
I'm sorry. Can we do a bleep on that one?
Unfortunately, we can't go after the fact. Yeah, we're live. Unfortunately, Coralie, we can't go back and bleep things out.
We're going to be put on tape delay pretty soon if we keep this up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about me, but you guys maybe.
Oh, please. You're the ringleader.
I'm the ringleader. What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
My goodness, guys. Yeah, so definitely a bit of a slower go things here. Those 3 head pins on the Dynamite side.
Oh, no.
And another one where we have the weird, not fake 9 count.
Okay.
The fake 9
here's
count.
A question.
I think it should count.
Yeah. Here's a question for you guys then, because everybody does it differently. So now you're seeing all this middle action.
Yeah.
Do you guys make a slight adjustment? And if so, what do you do? Like myself, I'll move a little bit left to right, but if it doesn't work, I just go back to square one.
I move back usually, or I'll move up. Yeah, I move up or back depending on.
I'm more like Albert Einstein, definition of insanity. I just keep doing the same thing.
Just hopes that something happens.
I mean, there's no way I'm not accurate enough, and I'm going to keep punching.
Yeah,
I mean that's
if that makes sense.
That's fair.
Like I'm
no, that does.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. You're working itself out, right? But you just don't want to make an adjustment on your spot or anything.
Yeah. I just know I get punchy and I'll I'll get like 4 head pins in a row or something. So I'm like, I need to change something.
Yeah.
Even if it's just mentally for it, so that I throw a little bit more aggressive and a little bit less flat. Right. It's not necessarily like that it's actually making a real difference. It's just that it feels to me like I'm making a difference.
Yeah. And like I said with myself, I'll try a couple different things, and if it doesn't work, I go back to where I was initially standing.
Yeah.
And hope and fingers crossed that it'll hit the right side, not the wrong side, the right side.
Next gen total of 933 right now. Tyler with some really fancy footwork. He's going to run away after that
there.
one.
Yeah, that's
and he's running. Sure. Yeah.
I should set this to like the happy feet audio or something. I feel like I
Yes.
keep having to,
Yes.
I'm like bringing up the live feed here. I keep having to, clip things because I'm like, this is great.
We have 3 days of content just off of these
Yeah.
3 hours.
I mean, I have so much content already.
Good
True.
shot by
Don't
Haley
need
there
more.
after those marks or those uglies. Good ball by
Yeah,
Aaron. Just
great.
didn't get the push on it.
Yeah, still a great ball by Aaron, that's for sure. Yeah, so even though next gen, have had a couple slower frames, they're still, looking to put up those marks in the in the 9th and 10th frame. I mean, no, it's still within reach. We saw it the last game where the Dynamite did have an advantage, and then you had a couple unfortunate punches, and next gen were sort of able to squeak out the points that they needed, right, to take total.
Yeah. Oh no. Yowzers.
I mean, still in control of that match, makes things a little bit spicier, that's for sure. Cody with that spare in the 9th frame. Jana's going to be looking to get as many sticks as she can here. Hopefully clean up her head pin. And good sticks for her.
Yeah.
So Adam finding a piece of the side of the head pin with that chop off. And a good cover for Adam. I didn't want to say anything. I was like, please don't cherry the 3 pin. I think that's not what we want to see right now. And a
shot by Chad there
from Chad.
Yeah.
Chad to the left pocket.
Good double up on that one.
Yeah.
Puts him in a good position, that's for sure, in that match.
No, for sure.
And Brad looking to bounce back from that head pin in the 8th frame as well at the bottom. Still with, the lead, the control in that anchor position, but it looks like Scott's maybe just pushing a little bit more than usual, and Brad with the little kick and the slow fall on the 2 pin. Looking to get as many sticks as he can here at the bottom just to keep total.
Yeah. Just keep that little cushion.
Well, keep the cushion as big as possible.
There's a next gen 9th frame, right? We've got 3 strikes and 2 spares, and
on the Dynamite side, we have those 2 spares and that one double working, and a couple of unfortunate head pins for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So lots of sticks that can be made up on the next gen side. That's for sure.
There's a good one.
Great ball for Tyler. And gets absolutely roasted on that shot.
Yeah.
It's because he didn't do the fancy footwork.
it's true.
Had a little run out, but didn't do the fancy footwork. So unfortunate for him. I mean, it's still going to be a point for next gen.
But Tyler on Dakota's side there was forcing him, right?
Yeah.
Forcing
needed to do something.
So.
Need to do something. But, Tyler's still going to be looking to Tyler Van Dale, is going to be looking to cover his spare here, get as many sticks as possible for the bottom on the Dynamite side, even if he's lost that match, and a good cover from him there.
Because right now is they need to keep the points going, right? Take as many sticks as you can.
You want to keep your marks working. Next gen has those marks still to count on their side, right? And that all of those bowlers could bang out.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, any bowler in the pro league can bang out, right? But when you're up against a team like Next Gen, throwing as many strikes as possible is the best defense that you have, essentially. Oh, just a little bit wide for Haley on the left side. And a great ball for Aaron. Absolute bomb.
So we know the second and third matches are out. Those will go.
32.
Yeah.
Technically, the third match is mathematically technically not out, is it?
I believe it is. Yeah. Yeah.
In some weird.
He can only get 289.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still, you never know.
Yeah. No, true.
You could go 3 hole. That's not a commentator's curse.
Whoa.
But like, I wouldn't, yeah. I don't want to count out. We've seen some weird things before. We've all seen some weird things in bowling. We've all done some weird things in bowling.
Bowling is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bowling is objectively weird.
Great game by Aaron there.
Yeah, great game by Aaron, that's for sure. 287 for him. So we have Dynamite moving up to 4 points. Cody throwing the first strikes. That puts him at 242. Max of 287.
Mm-hmm.
Jana sitting at 283 right now. You know, taking more than 5 on her first ball, and Cody is done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I feel confident, you know, writing my score.
I'm really glad she didn't rip the 3-pin.
Yeah.
I would have actually just like left the room. I wouldn't have watched the rest of the frame. I would have been like, nope, I cannot. I will not be held responsible for this.
And like, she's like, don't worry, I got you two.
Yeah.
We're good. Yeah. And a great cover from Jana. I'm going to be looking to put a little bit of a cap on top of that, you know, giving the team as much of a cushion, as many sticks as possible with, you know, Adam and Brad still to come on the Next Gen side. I mean, they do have the double working for the Dynamite, but.
And, you know, the only 2 frames for Cody were, you know, 7 and 8, and they weren't bad frames. He just punched. Like, he's had a great game.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
No, definitely.
And Jana kept him pushing him too, right?
Yeah.
So
good for her.
Right in there with him. Good shot.
Yeah, no,
great game.
Yeah, great game for Jana. 313 for her. And, you know, not a bad game for Cody either, as we were saying, right? It's just those 2 punches in 7 and 8 where he had those 7 counts.
See what Chad.
It'll be interesting to see what Chad does here. Yeah, it's definitely gonna give Adam an idea of, you know.
There it is. That just sealed that match
Adam
there.
got roasted.
Yeah, great ball though.
Yeah, absolute bomb, that's for sure. But just roasted on that one.
This is gonna make it interesting going to this final game.
Oh, definitely.
Nobody's coming off the gas pedal, that's for sure.
Yeah, Adam with a max of 251. So the Dynamite are going to take that match as well. So things are all tied up with that bottom bowler still to go, which, you know, Brad in control of that match. Total still firmly in the Dynamite's hands, barring anything insane happening. A good cover from Chad. Great game from him as well. Yeah, so the Dynamite definitely throwing the game that we're more used to seeing from them. Obviously, that 188 at the top. A little bit of a struggle for both of the guys there with those string ahead pins.
And those middle Scott 3, you know, averaging over 300, the middle 3 combined.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh. This can make this interesting.
Yes,
with the miss by Bradley here. Scott just needs another mark.
Another mark that puts him at 247. He can get to 262. And yeah, that's enough, I think.
That's
enough
yeah.
for Brad. Yeah. So Brad takes that point. And then the Dynamite are going to take total, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What did total? Yeah, okay. So they have 9 points. So we have 1272. So we have a total of 2612 for next gen. Oh.
Wrong side.
Oh, that is, yep. No, it definitely is the wrong side. I'll fix that in a second.
Scott with the strike.
Okay, so 13, what did they have?
72.
1372 plus 1272? Or what did they have the first game? Now that I deleted that by accident. One here. 1278 plus 1372?
Yeah.
1372 is 2650. All right. So with that, we're going to run to our commercial break and we'll bring our coaches back in to chat briefly after.
Perfect.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, so we're back for our third match of 3. So we have the Dynamite with 9 points and a total of 2656, I believe, 2656 to Next Gen's 2612. So again, Henry, we were talking about that sort of 62-point difference right after that first match and how that's nothing in Pro League, right? Because you can have any one of these teams that can come out and put up a big match. So Dynamite with the lead, 9-7 to the Next Gen. I can see Tyler is in the waiting room with the lobby now to chat with us. So we'll just bring our managers / players in quickly here for a little chat before we get into our third match. Welcome back, Aaron and Tyler. Obviously, we saw a little bit of a swing here with the Dynamite going up 9-7 against the Next Gen. Aaron, how are you guys feeling after that match, sort of regrouping, resetting, heading into that game, and then looking ahead now to the third match here?
Yeah, we feel great. I mean, a big comeback by Chad in terms of from game 1 to game 2. Tyler comes off the bench, punch 60. Like, it's a team game, and our team has a lot of confidence. We know it's going to be another hard-fought match in game 3, and we're just going to keep the momentum going. Keep hitting the middle on the
Yeah. And then Tyler, what about you guys? Any sort of changes you're going to be looking to make? Anything you want to do differently? Obviously, we saw quite a few uncharacteristic misses, like from your team, just not making those spares or not cleaning things up. Are you guys sort of looking to regroup here, reset? What's the sort of plan?
Yeah, I'm exactly right. Like, that was not our game by any means. Really tight, lots of head pins, lots of misses. So we're just going to reset and kind of come back and throw our game and play a little bit more like Next Gen.
Yeah, for sure. Aaron, any changes to your guys' lineup heading into the last match?
Yeah, we're going to make some subtle changes. I'm going to start in leadoff. Tyler Van Dale is going to be in second, and then we're going to stick with Jana, Chad, Scott. We have Taylor Dawn on the bench with Randy Morissette and Rob Shannon eligible.
Great. And then Tyler, what about you guys?
We're actually going to leave it. So me, Jenna, Cody, Adam, Brad, and we're going to go from there.
And then that's Haley and
Jeremy on the bench.
Haley and Jeremy. I was like, I should remember these things, but short-term memory, All right. Well, with that, best of luck to both of you guys. Looking forward to some great bowling, and we'll chat with you both after your final match.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck.
Best of luck, guys. All right. So we'll run into our rosters here now that I have both of them. So for Next Gen, we have Brad Titgat, Jenna Lamoureux, Tyler Titgat, Cody Steer, Haley Cole, Jeremy Hersimchuk, Adam Weber, managed by Desiree Titgat, and they're bowling out of Bonnie Doon Lanes in Edmonton. And then we have the Dakota Dynamite. So we have Tyler Van Dale, Chad Van Dale, Jana Van Wellingham, Randy Morissette, Scott Barber, Aaron Alblas, TD Holland, Rob Shannis, managed by Andrea Alaka, and they're bowling out of Dakota Lanes in Winnipeg. So going into hopefully what's going to be a very exciting final match. I mean, we know like 2 points is nothing, right?
No.
You can see the swing in either direction.
Pin total's pretty much tied. Points,
More
2
or
points.
less. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much tied as far as I'm concerned. I wouldn't even look at the total like that. That's nothing. I think the only thing would be just like you say, the total points. 2 points in a pro league, doesn't sound like a lot, but that's 2 big wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure.
So I will
No, it's
suspect
definitely-
that we'll see a little more strikes. I'll bet I'm going to put money on it. We're going to see our first Daddy's home.
Five-bagger? First Yahtzee?
Yeah, first
I reserve
Yahtzee.
it for actually when they get thrown, but I'll say it. I won't say it on the other occasion. Yeah, hopefully we see lots of strikes. I mean, Tyler commenting on the fact that they were maybe a little bit tight in that second match, just a little bit punchier than you're used to seeing Next Gen play, and wanting them to sort of play like they know they can in this last match here. I would say Henry's certainly hoping that we don't end up, having a tie in points and then also having a tie in pinfall, because you have your.
Because you guys
purple
would be
league to
doing it
get
by
to.
yourself. Because I gotta go
Yeah, by
jump in the
ourselves.
car and race across the city.
Oh yeah.
No, what do you mean? You could have your headphones, in.
I could while we're
You're,
driving and put it on
While
my.
you're driving,
I
why
mean,
not?
I am pretty much portable. I can take my iPad with me, drop it in the
There you
car.
go.
Why not?
Yeah. On the road commentary.
Yeah.
That sounds honestly hilarious.
I still wanted to do a live while I'm bowling.
Commentary?
I think, yeah, like mic'd up.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mic'd myself up at Diamond Ladies for one game.
Oh yeah.
Do not
Oh, did
recommend
you?
doing that, but I did, yeah. Well, for part of one game, and then the mic died.
See, during
Oh.
practice, I can, when I'm doing warm up during 5 PL, I'm talking to whoever's running the stream while I'm warming up, and it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I mean, I know I say stuff, obviously, like when I like throw balls, but I didn't realize like exactly what I said and how
Until you
much
go
I say
back and
certain
watch
things.
it.
Like, yeah, until I watched again, I was like, wow, I say push a lot, and I just like go like push, 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 push. And I sound like I'm, an obstetrician trying to get a woman to give birth or something.
That's kind of
Well,
funny,
that's-
actually. You're probably right. We don't notice little things like
You
that
don't
until
notice
you
what you
record it, and then
do.
you're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I remember, like, speaking of people like not knowing that they do stuff, I remember when I took pictures at Nationals in 2019, one of the singles bowlers, every time he would throw a ball, he didn't realize like he would stick his tongue out of the line until I like showed him the pictures. He was like, I had no idea that I did that. I was like, yeah, you do it every ball you throw. It was very, very funny. And then he was like, wait, I'm kind of self-conscious of it. I'm like, nobody can see it. The only reason I can see it is because I was sitting down, like, down lane. Like,
Right. One of the things that I've always been told is I have a chicken wing when I let the ball go. So that's one of the things I've really worked on. But when I'm up there, I feel like I throw it like Tyler, straight arms, straight out, and I don't bend my elbow at
I
all.
was gonna say.
Like I don't.
I know. As soon as you said chicken wing, I was like, yeah, I can picture that. I know exactly what they're talking about.
And then I watched the video of me live, and I'm like, how do I even throw a ball down the lane like that? Like it looks ridiculous. So
a great ball for Aaron. Tyler with the chopped cherry, not even wearing his chopped cherry shirt.
I think though everybody has a little quirk that nobody even really knows that they do.
Oh, yeah, I know I do. I hate looking at videos of myself bowling because the way I like put my arm out and my fingers like bend really weird and it just looks gross to me.
Yeah. So that was a good shot by Jenna.
Yeah. Everybody has their bowling quirks.
Yep.
We all know that. People in the comments, if you do anything really weird, feel free to drop them in the chat. Share your secrets with the world, the bowling world at least. We don't judge here. Maybe silently, but we won't out loud. Maybe Henry will, but I won't.
Nah, maybe. Okay, maybe I will.
Depends on how weird it is.
For sure.
Jana looking to get back on the middle here. Typically you see her hitting the right pocket. A little bit of an uncharacteristic miss to the left in that first frame for her. Somebody's saying I do everything wrong. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does feel like that when you're bowling.
Oh yeah. Oh, it does. I've been there, done that. It's like, okay, that release wasn't great. Let's see what I can do next. And that was even worse.
But one of the good things Kyle does right. One of the good things he does right is big 15. So he's got that going for him.
Yeah.
That was really
smooth. Nothing is worse. Nothing is worth. Yeah, it was a great ball from him. Great ball from Chad as well, to match up with him. It's always the worst when you like feel like you feel really off and you feel like you throw such a bad ball, but it just keeps working out for you. And you're like, well, I don't want to fix. You're like, I know I need to fix something because this just objectively feels really bad, but it's also kind of working, so it's fine.
Yeah.
A great ball from Scott there. Looked really confident at the line. Same great shot we're used to seeing from him.
Knew that was going to be a good
and then
ball
the total opposite. Yeah, total opposite of Brad. Not confident, not solid at the line. But that's how you know it's going to be a strike when you watch Brad Tipcat.
That's right.
Exactly.
He has a little bit of a stumble at the line, and you're like, oh yeah, of course.
I've also had the opposite where I felt like I'm mechanically perfect. I throw a great ball, and I don't even hit the middle. I'm like, how did I miss the middle? Like I felt like that's, kind timing
You're
felt
like, how
everything
did
was
I
great.
rip a deuce?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not quite that bad, but yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler looking a little bit tight now. But I mean, if there's one thing we know is that Tyler does know how to throw strikes. That was a great push from Aaron. I thought that was going to be a set of aces. Just gets that corner. Tyler, definitely someone who knows how to regroup all over the head pin, just looking to maybe get a little bit more on the side and to get a little bit more of a push.
Whoa.
Ooh. Speaking of not solid at the line, that was a little bit quick, maybe from Aaron. You know, sometimes you have all the intention to take your time, right? And you take your time in your setup and picking up your ball, but then when you actually, you know, get moving, you just sort of start to run with it. And that always sucks, right? Because you're like, look, I was taking so much time, and then when I actually started to throw the ball, it was like, oh, psych, actually, you're going to be really fast now.
Well, I do that more than
Still gives Aaron. Yeah, Aaron's still in control of that match there. I thought Cody was going to get a greasy strike.
I thought he was too.
Usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, a great ball from Tyler though. Nice, great shot to the right pocket. Pins, you know, flying everywhere. Those are always so nice.
There's
a good half. So, question for both of you guys here, and for anybody who's listening that may want to chime in as well in the comments. Count irregardless. So, if you're not on anything, would you rather shoot at a corner pin or at a 12 spare?
Really?
It don't matter to me. It's pretty much the same throw for me. Yeah. If it's one pin, I have way more confidence if it's one pin. I'd rather throw it a 12 or a corner pin than a chop off.
Well, yeah, like that's fair, but that's not the question.
It just depends on how I'm feeling for that game.
For me personally, it depends on. I would rather shoot at. I don't care on the right side. Doesn't matter. But on the left side, I'd rather shoot at a 12 on the left than shoot at a left corner.
That's funny. I'm probably the same way. I'll shoot either on the right, but if it's on the left, I'd rather throw at the 3 pin on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends, right? Like it all depends.
Well, it depends on how I'm feeling too. You're like, everything depends on the weather, the phase of the moon.
It depends. If it's 28 degrees or warmer, I want to shoot for the 3 pin. If it's under -5, I definitely want to go for a
quarter
2 pin on the left side.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just
you're like all these specific.
Is it my birthday month?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody should just start tracking this with like their bowling scores.
This isn't baseball.
Look at the temperature.
Yeah,
but it could be. Come on.
I know it could be. There could be stats for stats in baseball.
Let's get more serious. Let's make the weirdest stats for bowling possible.
Oh, that could be interesting. That could be really interesting.
So again, a little bit of a delay on the Dynamite side. Okay, there we go. Tangle's fixed. Does it make anybody else feel like they're so like strong when they like tangle literally 2 pins? Sometimes I'm like, how on earth? Like, why did I miss the middle and I got a tangle? Like, it just feels dumb. I'm like, wow, guys, I'm so strong. Like, just feels silly.
I've actually seen
I've had a single pin tangle. Yeah, I was gonna say I've had a pin that just like goes back into the pit and then just like won't come back up.
It's like, how did that even work that way? Because that's only one lonely pin. Like, how did
You're just like the top of the pin just gets stuck in the back behind the deck or something. And you're like, this is silly, but alas, it is the way it is sometimes.
Yep. Oh no!
Oh.
Looked good
Yowzers!
out of his hand.
Yeah, it did look really good,
didn't
and he looked like
cross-
he was.
yeah.
Yeah,
Looked really solid, like looked really confident, just maybe didn't move as much at the end as he was expecting, like didn't cross over in front of the head pin. Still, I mean, Dynamite with the advantage with total, but you do have Next Gen running those marks on their side. And I mean, we're only 3 frames in, right? There's so much game left.
Oh, for sure. Lots can happen between now and the 10th.
Yeah, lots can happen, but huge sticks there for Scott cleaning up that head pin.
And that's the thing right now too. Try to clean as much like any of your sticks. Clean them as best you can.
Yeah,
right? If you're not getting the marks.
Sticks are huge.
Get all the pins.
That's for sure. Tyler looking to find the side of the head pin this time.
Oh no! Oh wow!
That was so lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a little bit of the body language of defeat, right? Seeing just the 3 pins fall flat, and then the head pin just coming from the heavens and
shot by Aaron,
knocking out that corner, and a great half from Tyler and a great ball from Aaron as well.
Oh. This is on both there.
Yeah.
couple flybys.
There's
And a great cover. Great cover for Jenna. And the penalty shot for Tyler on the Dynamite side. Going to be looking to pick up his sticks, as Corley was saying just a few moments ago, like how important that is. If you're not getting marks, you got to be picking up your sticks.
You got to clean them up.
Yeah, you got to clean them up. It's huge for your match. It's huge for total, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and a great ball from Cody. Same great shot we expect from him. Yeah, great ball from Jana.
Jana's played really well today.
That spare.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah, she was really strong as well at Diamond Ladies a couple weeks ago. It's great to watch her bowl. Bit heavy for Adam, but gets the cover. All good. And Chad playing maybe a bit of the skinnier line, but it works.
See if Scott can start her back up again. Well, that was a good break there.
Ooh.
Looked a little heavy.
Yeah, so that one looked more like a head pin than the previous frame.
And there is our
third
ham bone.
Yay.
Third, yes.
Ham bone number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I think Brad has had 2 of the ham bones.
I think he has too.
That he has.
Not all 3, but he's had 2 of them.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Good
cleanup
cover
by
for
her.
Scott there. Yeah, so I mean, total wise, 405 for Next Gen to 462 for the Dynamite. Dynamite have those 3 strikes working and that 1 spare to the Next Gen's double, those 2 strikes and those 2 spares. So I mean, Next Gen with the mark advantage, but I mean, it's like there's still so much game left. We know that both of these teams can just put up absolute monsters and go on huge runs.
Oh no, both got tapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matching taps on both sides, mirror images of each other.
One tried the uppercut, but I think Tyler did the leg kick. So
yeah,
if he did the leg
and a
kick,
great
it
cover
might have
for
went
Tyler.
down.
Yeah.
I mean, good count for Tyler nonetheless. On that right spare that he had in the fourth frame. Yeah, and a
Aaron
good
making
cover
sure
for
he
Aaron
took
as
his time
well.
throwing at that one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. And Jenna, I would say I knew that as soon as it left her hand, it was like absolute bomb, straight to the right pocket. Great ball for her. And Tyler's going to be looking to get things going again here. His pattern of strike open, strike open.
Yeah. Ouch.
Maybe a little bit quick for him.
Cody's
Another great.
feeling pretty good right now. Yep.
Cody's doing Cody things, throwing absolute bombs. So again, after this fifth frame, we will go to our little commercial break. We'll see what totals and everything is looking like when we do that. Another absolute bomb from Jana. As Henry was saying, she's on fire.
Oh, and that gets a lucky break for Adam.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
That was firmly before the machine started to cycle, but
yeah,
still.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, it looked like a little bit of a pitch for Chad, but somehow found the pocket. Had a little bit of a slider there for him to take out that left
Adam
deuce,
was a little thin on his too, but
yeah. Hey, thin to win. If it works, it works.
Yep.
That's what I always say. At the end of the day, you look at the score sheet. A strike's a strike. A spare is a spare.
Yep.
Nobody knows how I got it. It's the same thing as when I went right 3, left gutter. It just looked like I went 3 through the hole.
Right?
Nobody would ever know, except for my teammates who had to leave the pit because they were laughing so hard.
Oh
no.
Oh, and daddy issues on the next gen side.
Gee whiz, no Yahtzees.
Yeah, everyone's afraid of the Yahtzee, I guess, today.
Yeah.
Oh, not quite getting the cover for Scott. But looking to get as many sticks as possible to keep a little bit of pace with Brad.
Good cleanup by Brad. All the pins.
Yeah, and Scott as well. Yeah. Alrighty.
Well, with that, we have next gen with a 568 total to the Dynamite's 585. Dynamite with those 2 doubles working and those 2 spares to the next gen's double, 1 strike, and 2 spares. We'll see what these teams can keep going when we come back from the break.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
We're back for the second half of the last match.
Yeah, it should be. I'm looking forward to this last half here because no major runaways yet, nothing, and it's
it's like this could be, these 5 frames could be the deciding frames, right?
Exactly. Ooh. Tried running it out and didn't want to fall.
Yeah, not quite. Again, oh, great push for Jenna. Aaron with a little bit of the, hip check. Make sure even if it's thin, maybe it'll still take it out. The band is a little bit, the bands are new.
Yeah.
They are new bands. Good spare by Jenna.
Yeah, great cover from Jenna there.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Open for Randy. I mean, so Randy coming in for Tyler after the break. If we remember the previous game, Randy was pulled, I think, in the 6th or 7th frame, just with a big string of head pins. Ooh, gets a little bit extra there.
Count, yep.
Yeah, that would have been kind of spicy, kind of exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Great shot by Cody too.
Yeah.
Cody with the turkey there. And a good cleanup for Randy. Definitely going to be looking to regroup, reset for that 7th frame in that position. I mean, Jenna does have an advantage, obviously, with that mark in the 6th frame, but still, like the game is still there. She doesn't run away with it or anything. You're not in a terrible position. And an absolute bomb from Mr. Weber.
Great shot by Jana
for Jana as well. Yeah.
Keep that match right tight there.
Yeah. Looking so solid at the line.
Yeah. She hasn't slowed down one bit. She's
no.
Yeah. Yeah. So consistent. really nice and reliable in that 3-hole for the Dynamite. Not enough fancy footwork to,
Oh my goodness.
I thought it was a head pin. It was because he was blocking the camera.
Yeah. He blocks the camera.
He did some fancy footwork, but yeah.
I'm like you. I thought it was. Yeah.
I thought he stood up there so long because it was a head pin, but alas, it was not. Typical Brad getting crazy pushes on everything.
And good for him for covering the spare, because sometimes you get those breaks and then you miss that spare. And
yeah, and that makes it, you feel even worse, right? Because you're like, wow, I got a little bit of
I finally got a bit of a break.
And yeah. And you're like, wow, I didn't capitalize on that. I'm an idiot. Yeah. We also did not see that become a chop. Brad was standing in front of the camera, but I'm not surprised knowing how the pins can go flying at Bonnie Doon. We've seen it time and time again throughout this season from a number of the bowlers who throw the ball hard. They just get so much pin action, and you have these crazy pushes. I don't even know if you can call them pushes at that point. A good push for Scott, though. It's not really a push, right? Because it's
just
like the
like
weirdest.
A bounce.
It's like weird. It's like weird kickbacks that you get. Yeah. All the weird kickbacks that you see at Bonnie Doon.
I just call it, like, most of them look like they're just flying.
Yeah, and a great cover from Scott to match Brad's chop spare on the next gen side. So total 705 to 722, so really tight. We do have doubles working in the 3-hole on both sides, but a pair of open frames for the Dynamite in the 2nd and 4th position. A little bit too skinny, Mr. Tyler. And a huge break for Aaron there, getting that left corner to fall to get the chop.
Aaron in the Statue of Liberty pose gets the chop off.
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron's another one you can make a compilation of all the things.
Oh, yeah, he's very...
He gets very fired up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely both of those players thankful to get chops there. Helpful for Aaron, especially with that extra count on his spare in the 6th frame.
Yep. Ooh.
And doesn't quite
Jenny gets it
on
to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenna with an absolute bomb. Just enough of a push to get that left deuce to fall for her. And a great count on her spare.
Good
Aaron
cleanup by
picking
Aaron
everything
there.
up there. You know, still in control in that match. Even if Tyler throws that strike in the 8th frame, that only gives him 148 to Aaron's 184. Cody doing Cody things, just, you know,
with the
That's
ham
another
bone.
ham bone for us. Yeah. Ham bone number 4.
Oops.
Just a little bit skinny for Randy. Maybe looked a little bit quick on his feet. We'll see what Mr. Adam Weber can do on the next gen side.
Good half by Randy there.
Yeah, way to cover it for him. Adam, a little bit of the fancy footwork, maybe not as solid at the line as he's used to being, but it works. They all fall down. That's all that matters.
Great shot.
Another bomb for Jana for ham bone number 5.
Jana is just not fazed by Cody throwing bombs.
No,
you wouldn't know that was, you know, her 4th strike or her 1st strike.
Right.
Like, looks the exact same. Brad just with the little wave to the pins, like, yeah, okay.
The pins, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, okay, yeah, fall over.
Yes.
And Chad with an absolute bomb, a great ball from him there. So again, we have next gen with an 8-10 total, those 2 doubles working, and those pair of strikes as well, and that corner or that chop spare, and then we have the double working, that one strike working, and the spare working on the Dynamite side, and we'll see what Scott can do in the anchor position.
Oh,
Great ball, great count,
Yeah.
but doesn't get that corner to fall. People commenting, still impossible to make a call regarding this match. That is true.
Oh, yeah.
Can't really make any prediction here.
oh, Aaron didn't get his
Oh,
go, and Tyler's
Aaron.
got his. Yep.
Yeah. Aaron gets absolutely tapped on that one. Tyler gets the push. So it makes things a little bit more interesting here. Aaron's still with the advantage nonetheless. Ooh, and Jenna doesn't get the push on hers. Yeah, and a great cover for Aaron.
There it is. Good cover on him.
Yeah, good shot for him. And a good cover for Jenna as well, right on the nose. So definitely a couple of matches here that are looking a little bit more dire. So that second position, Jenna already at 200 in the 7th frame.
Oh,
We'll see what Randy does
good
here.
answer by
There's that
Randy.
strike.
He needed that.
Good answer. Yeah, definitely needed that. 146 in the 7th frame for him with that strike to Jenna's left spare. And then that anchor match as well. Is interesting. A
Cody
little
with
bit
the
of a
balk.
balk from Cody.
Yeah. Great stop,
saw a
though,
video
because some
recently.
people.
Yeah, I saw a video recently of someone balking, and they didn't hold on to the ball and it went into the ceiling.
Oh, no.
Or sorry, hit an I-beam in the ceiling. And I literally messaged them about it.
Oh,
Like,
and both
everybody
Yahtzee
has daddy
chances.
issues.
Gosh.
Yeah.
What is with the daddy issues today? This is unacceptable, guys.
It is unacceptable.
I want Tyler better run it off the sheet. Yeah, someone's saying, I wasn't going to name names of who was the one who threw it into the ceiling, but it was indeed Nathan Cooper.
Oh, wow.
Someone else brought it out. It was Nathan.
Nathan just got hit by a bus.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. I was harassing about it earlier this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to find the video. I'll send it to you guys. It's really funny.
I'd rather try to do the bulk before I get to the line. That's me personally. Otherwise, I don't know where the ball's going to go.
Well, I think it was because someone else hit the lane guard like in his approach, and he tried to block.
Oh, yeah, and he tried to pull up.
And then just it went into the ceiling, which I think is really funny. It'll be in the next compilation of
Perfect.
bowling fails. If anybody has any, please send them to me.
Yeah.
There's a guy stepping on a broomstick. Did you get that one yet?
Yeah.
It's on my list. Don't worry. People were like, "Where's Tim?"
Right.
I'm like, I didn't want to traumatize
name
him
any
again.
names.
Yeah, but everyone knows who that happened to. If you mention a broom, you're like, "Oh, I know who that is." Adam with a bit of the skinnier line there. But, it works for him. Adam Weber doing Adam Weber things, just throwing bomb after bomb.
He definitely adjusted his line a little bit. He was getting a little punchy in there.
Yeah, a little bit more. I was going to say, you definitely can tell he's taking a little bit of a steeper angle in from the right side. All right, so total-wise, Brad with a ball still to be thrown here. Fancy footwork didn't quite work to get that corner pin to fall. It's all right. We have the Dynamite with 986 total with that double working, those pair of spares and that one strike in the open. And then on the next gen side, we have that double, that strike, spare, and then we'll see what Brad does here. And another open for them.
Yeah, this 9th and 10th will definitely be interesting.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, we still have some opportunities to maybe see a Yahtzee. So my faith has not been lost. Tyler made a joke about them ending a stream if someone threw 5 in a row. But, you know, if it's the last frame, it doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I hope it is Tyler.
Well, we'll see what he does here with this first ball.
Oh,
And an absolute
my goodness.
bomb, but just gets roasted.
My goodness.
Yeah. And a
Great
huge
shot.
ball from Aaron.
Yeah.
That was.
Great ball from Aaron. Great count from him. And a good cover from Tyler nonetheless. So these last 2 frames are going to be huge, obviously, for both teams here. I mean, total-wise, point-wise, things are very close. I mean, we have a couple matches that are, you know, a little bit more dire than others, right? Or a little bit further out of reach. But, yeah, absolute bomb from Jenna. And a great ball from Randy as well to match.
Randy trying to keep pace.
Yep.
Yeah, trying to keep pace, you know. That's the best defense you can do in bowling, right? Is just keep pace with your opponent, right?
Yeah.
If they're on a run, you know, you want to keep trucking along, keep grinding, keep working.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow.
and Shanna with the little slider.
2 of them.
I wasn't sure if it was going to go, and it just went.
I didn't even think it was going to hit the middle. I thought it was like, oh, it'll be skinny. She'll get a little skinny chop, you know, where the head pin just falls over it. Nope. The butt of the pin just shoots at the 3 pin that does the same to the deuce, and you got yourself a strike. That's a huge shot for the Dynamite.
Great shot by
And
Chad.
another huge ball from Chad as well. Yeah.
They've come out to play this last couple frames here.
Yeah, no, definitely for sure. We'll see what Adam does.
Oh.
Skinny chop.
A little bit skinny, leaves that chop off.
Wow, that match.
Next gen no longer has any opportunities. Yeah, has no more opportunities to bring the parental unit home on the next gen side. Tyler's wish came through.
Oh no.
Oh, punch for Scott. Yeah. Unfortunate.
It was a big half by Weber.
Adam with a good, huge half by Adam there. And Scott looking to get as many sticks as possible here at the bottom. You know, kind of out of that match, but still thinking about total. That's going to be likely the deciding set of points, right? With how things are going to go today and determining who's going to end up in the 5PL finals for this season.
Ouch. Ooh.
So I think Brad knew that was pretty pinned straight out of his hand. So that'll make things a little bit interesting for the next final frame here with Brad having an open at the bottom as well to match Scott.
Yeah, what is it, like a 20-point difference going into this last frame?
More or less, yeah. 20-point difference. We'll see what Brad. Yeah, I mean, yeah, essentially 20 points. We have the 2 doubles working on the Dynamite side, those 2 strikes as well, and then we have the 2 strikes and 2 spares on the next gen side. So I mean, ball advantage is definitely for the Dynamite, but still, I mean, we know next gen can put up those strikes and they need to.
Oh, for sure.
Really fired up. Sure. And both of these teams, right, really want to win.
Oh.
Tyler just did like a cartoon run off of the screen. It was very dramatic.
Great shot by Aaron there.
Huge ball from Aaron.
Yeah.
So Tyler can get to a max of 228, if I'm not mistaken here.
Yes.
Which means Aaron is going to take that point. So that puts them at 10.
Oh. You're getting all these funky breaks in Bonnie Doon today.
I mean, it's Bonnie Doon. I'm not surprised, I'll be honest.
Aaron taking his time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think, in a situation like this, you're kind of,
Great shot
you would
by
hate
Jenna.
to not take your time, right? And then.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Huge ball from Aaron as well there.
Yeah.
You know, as many sticks as you can put on the board, right? Is the best defense you can play.
Yep.
So Jenna can max out here with a 320.
Mm-hmm.
Randy can max out at 281, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think 281. Yeah, 281.
281. Yeah, you bet.
So so Jenna now.
This could be interesting, this match.
So,
the second one.
no, Jenna's locked him out.
Oh yeah, she is now.
Now. Yeah, 295. So that gives Next Gen another point.
Just missed there by Aaron, but great game by Aaron there.
Yeah, great game by Aaron. Definitely huge for total for them. So Dynamite with 1198 right now to 1280 for the Next Gen. But I mean, Next Gen do have a bowler that's already bowled.
Full bowler ahead. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, exactly.
Full bowler ahead.
Right?
Randy for the Dynamite, has that double working. And they still have that double lower down in their lineup as well.
Good shot. Oh, great shot by Randy there.
Great shot. And Cody just a little bit thin on the head pin, getting that chop. Like making those spares in the 10th frame is huge.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Right? So you can bury some more pins there in your match. Get as many sticks as possible.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, what?
That's not the way I would,
Yeah.
recommend sparing something, but it works.
No, it was definitely easier if you hit the pin with the ball, but
Hey, whatever works, right? Oh, wow.
And another handbone number 6 of our.
oh,
our
jeez,
day
here we
today.
go. This could be it.
I'm ready. I don't even want to watch. You guys can just tell me
Okay.
if he gets it or not. I'll be able to tell by the reaction. It was a great ball from Cody.
Yeah, good. Great game though.
When I see him up on the lane, I'm gonna just
Turn around.
I'll close my eyes.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh.
Daddy issues again.
But still a great
I
comeback.
think this is great comeback for him to, bring that match within 24-6, right?
That's crazy good.
I mean, coming in that 6th frame, that's huge. Oh, good push for Adam there. Yeah, I think this is actually the first match that I have commentated on that I haven't had to say something for 5 in a row.
Wow.
Another bomb from Jana. Great ball from her. So that's going to give her that match. So that's going to give the Dynamite another point here. 7-8. Yeah, folks can't see the back end here, but Coralie is stressed.
Oh, this is great.
Sometimes I do wish they had little icons just for us. You could see how stressed out we're getting watching these matches.
Oh my gosh, this has been great. Like, holy, you can't predict nothing.
Yeah, definitely
right
definitely some great bowling. We still don't know what's going to happen.
No,
Next
that's
gen
for
again,
sure.
full bowler ahead. Jana just a little bit quick there, missing wide to the left, but still, takes her match. Great game for her. Great bowling for her today. That's also not the way I would say to spare a 5, but it works.
Great bowling for her,
It's the Adam Weber way. Yeah, great bowling for Jana. Great game for Adam as well, nonetheless. So Jana's finishing with a 348 to Cody's 322. Next gen, a full bowler ahead again with 1,400 for their total. Obviously, the Dynamite have that double working, and a total of 1,328 right now.
Great shot by Chad.
That was a
huge ball for Chad. Yeah, huge shot for total, huge shot for that match as well. Yeah, so definitely still an opportunity to possibly, sneak out a point in that 4th position, which would be absolutely huge.
There we go.
Yes. Daddy's home. Hell yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe it took till the
the 10th frame
second
of the last
last
game
bowler of the
for
10th.
Maria.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Daddy's home for the Dakota Dynamite in that 4th spot with Chad Van Dale throwing that Yahtzee to finish things off. And still one more ball to go.
And that pretty much gives him the win over Adam.
Yeah. Yeah. He just needs a pin.
And then that makes total. No, total is not redundant because we can tie still. Oh God.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Because Brad's gonna win his match.
Yeah.
Great shot. There we go.
Daddy's home and he brought a friend.
Yeah.
With a 6-pack. Okay.
Wow.
So they're at 14-18 right now.
Yeah.
Next gen's at 14-30.
Yeah.
Brad trying to get the strike to put at least a little bit of pressure on Scott now.
People saying this is the dumbest thing. It is 100%. I don't disagree, but people love to hear me say this.
Great shot by Scott there.
Big shot.
Yeah. Huge ball from Scott.
14-33 to right now. Next gen's at 14-45.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so they're at 40-57. Yeah, so Dynamite, I believe, has it regardless.
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, because they would win the
right
total.
Now is sitting,
Yeah.
Total.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're at 40-83 if my math is correct right now already.
Yeah, that's as
Obviously
close
still
as it
looking to
gets.
finish
So
things
even if Brad will win his point, and then even if Next Gen had have won the total, that would have put them to 12. Then they do the combined total.
It would have put
right.
Yeah, combined total.
Wow.
Yeah, of all the games.
That's a really, really close match.
Wow.
It comes down to basically 3 games, 15 games total on each side, and you're separated by less than 100 pins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep.
Yeah. Huge way to finish. Definitely what you want to see from them. So I missed their total. We won't even put it up. That's fine. But next Dynamite winning those points there as well. So that puts them at 15, if I'm not mistaken. 15. Does that math add
Correct.
up
Yeah.
correctly? Yeah. That's 24 points. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, that was certainly some exciting bowling, that's for sure. It's crazy just to think, as you were saying, Henry, like how this came down right to the end of everything. They bowled 15 games, right? Total, and you just think about how those few key matches sort of make or break everything. So we'll just give our coaches, managers, players, whoever it is we're going to be talking to now, make their way to us, and we'll bring them in. Welcome back, Tyler. Welcome back, Aaron. Huge congratulations to you guys, Aaron. It was nice to see after Scott threw that third ball, the 10th frame, you guys running out onto the lanes. I'm assuming the energy is pretty high. You guys are feeling really good right now. Any comments you guys sort of have on how things sort of ended up?
Yeah, well, just first off, just a huge hats off and congratulations on a good season by Next Gen. Really good season. I know not what you guys wanted. We came in kind of knowing we were the underdog, and in frame 7 going into 8, we're like, ooh. And then frame 9, really good frames, and probably one of the best 10th frames I've been a part of. So I want to say congratulations to Next Gen. We knew it was going to be close, and are the people not entertained for it to come down to the wire is pretty much exactly what we hoped for.
Yeah, for sure. And Tyler, how are you guys feeling? Obviously, a great season for you guys, dominating sort of the Schwartz division. Obviously, not sort of the outcome you were wanting, but how are you guys feeling overall, reflecting on your season?
Yeah, I mean, it'll take a moment. This one sucks a little bit. Like you said, we had such a strong season that you never want to come up short. But we shot 14.5 our last game. We did what we wanted to do. We turned it around. We threw a game. We threw our game. Too many corners, not enough strikes, I guess. And like I said, like Dynamite, that was an incredible 9-10. We couldn't do much against that. So hats off to them.
Yeah, so it definitely gave the viewers something really exciting to watch today. Was really tense right till the end. So huge congratulations to you guys. The Dynamite will be seeing you back here, I guess, in a few weeks here now to take on the Venom. Any sort of plans for you guys between now and then? I know some of your players will be bowling Masters Nationals. Will you guys be practicing as a team? What's that sort of going to look like? I mean, we're into the summer months now, which I know is a lot of people's off season.
Yeah, so there's a match play 5-game big cash spring league that was came about this year. So a lot of us play in that. I don't. So I'll be playing once or twice a week. We've got a team that feels comfortable on the lanes. Some of us work in bowling alleys, own bowling alleys. So I think it'll just be kind of staying loose and then looking at the schedule to see when we play next and making sure everybody's ready. We don't have any big plans, but it's kind of hard to keep any of us out of a bowling alley, if that answers the question.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, big congratulations to you guys, Dynamite. We'll see you again here in a few weeks or a month or so here. And Tyler, congratulations to you guys on a big season. Obviously not the way you were hoping for things to come to an end, but it's been a pleasure watching you guys all year.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
Good luck,
everyone.
Awesome.
Good luck at Masters, you guys.
All right.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah, good luck at Masters, everyone. All right. So we'll bring our managers out here. That was crazy.
15 games, seriously, and it comes down to last 2 bowlers.
Yeah.
We finally got our first 6
Yeah,
pack.
essentially. We did. It only took 3 games until the second last bowler for us to get more than a ham bone.
Yeah.
To get more than a ham bone. So
like that can't do much.
No, for sure. Definitely exciting for us as the commentators, exciting for the viewers as well, for those who, both watched live and may watch after the fact. I'm certain that there's some, shots, some frames. I want to go back and watch that 10th frame for the Dynamite. It was pretty exciting for them to be able to throw those shots when they needed to and put down those marks. So with that, we have a complete picture of what the playoffs have looked like for season 4 of the 5PL. So we have the Dynamite advancing as the Schwartz division winners, and they'll be taking on the Fraser Valley Venom in the Pro League finals. The date for that is still to be announced, just depending on scheduling with, some tournaments coming up, obviously Masters taking place this coming week. But everyone, pay attention to Facebook, the 5-Pin Universe page, and we'll have that information shared as soon as possible. And then the other thing that's going to be taking place fairly soon is the first round of relegation for the 5PL looking ahead to season 5. So we have the bottom 2 teams in both the Schwartz and the Cargill division. We playing a round robin against each other. And then total points, the top 2 teams after those matches will stay in the league. The other 2 will go to the second round of relegation where they'll play against all of the possible expansion teams that are looking to get into the league. That is taking place on July 6th, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the exact time off the top of my head. I think it's probably 9 a.m. Mountain. Or is it 10 a.m. Mountain?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Mountain time. So we have the knockouts, the average pros, the Eclipse, and Pinsanity playing in that. Sure to be some excitement. You know, those teams really going to be fighting to keep their spot going into season number 5. But again, they do have a second chance in quotations per se. Should they not be in the top 2 in that first round of relegation, that they still get to play against the expansion teams and try and make it in.
And I've been told there's probably
so still lots of exciting bowling to come.
Yeah, and I've been told there's probably between 8 and 10 expansion teams that would like to come in. So there could be could be a fair amount, and that's just a total pinfall 4-game total.
Yeah.
So the first league or the first round of relegation, at least it's the same way the league is set up. So it should
match
be
play. Yeah,
it should be pretty good. It should be fun to watch.
Yeah, it should be exciting. Lots of bowling coming up for those who are interested in following along with Masters Nationals. That will be streamed as well by Pin Universe. And then, huge thank you to our commentators, Coralie and Henry, and huge thank you to our sponsors as always. And
huge thank you to
we'll
Maria
see
for
everyone
running this
here.
thing.
Yes. Thank you.
I try, even though I disappeared for 25 minutes.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. We got you covered.
That happens.
And we're 3 minutes early.
Wish everybody. There we go. 3 minutes early. Always on time. Perfect.
You betcha.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll see everyone here in a few weeks, and best of luck to everyone competing at Masters Nationals.
You bet. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks so much.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
Bye.